morning, live, trance, and prosper. Ni hao, ma howdy. I'm Professor Brian David Phillips, and welcome to Phandalin, Land of Opportunity. This is a brand new campaign, brand new game. I'm playing this guy. Oh yeah, my character. He's so cool. But we're playing Dungeons and Dragons. Brand new DM, Michael Cheng. Take it away, Michael.
Hey, so we're starting right now, and we are playing Phandalin, and basically we are using the Dragons of Icefire Peak module to play D&D 5e, and so everyone has new characters. For this game, we're starting at level 1, and we're going to start. So I'm going to swap the map out. And so if you are in town, Aviona is in town, Sillywanker is in town, and Fjord are in town. And so maybe Sillywanker and Fjord, you might meet at the Sleeping Dragon Inn, and you can chat and talk to each other. But as you're doing that, we are going to shift the map and go to meet our other characters who are traveling to town right now. And over here, so Kay, can you label your character?
Where am I?
On the left of the map.
This new map, you're in the far left side of the map.
The green dress?
Yes, green dress.
It's not her color.
I'm sorry, but I didn't get a character. I didn't get a character sheet or a character description, so I just picked some druid-looking character.
It'll be okay.
Or Riri? Is that your name now?
No, I didn't type that.
Someone typed Oriri.
It's so weird.
I only have an ORI of mine.
Yeah, now it's ORI. So, so first thing is, you guys are traveling down the road, and Baldwin and Ori encounter someone on the path. What happens?
A scooter.
Well, obviously, we are friendly, and we will greet them, but cautiously.
So how about you just, so how about you act it out, what you're going to do? So instead of describing what you're going to do, just do it.
No, you asked me what we were going to do, so I told you.
So now...
I'm telling you, Michael, of course we're going to do this thing. Hello, stranger! Fare ye well on this road to doom.
Doom? You mean Latvia?
Sure. You look very Latvian.
Latvian?
Is it Latvian?
My name is Eisenstrike. Who are you?
Why, I am Baldwin Kerfuffle, but you needn't make a kerfuffle about it.
You're pretty short there, Baldwin.
Am I? I'm pretty sure. How tall are you?
He said
6 foot.
Then I'm short.
Very short. Okay.
And who is this with you?
Tiny child.
Urchin.
Honey child?
You're not a child. You're 16.
Ori. Druid.
And where are the two of you going?
We're on our way
going-
to Phandalin.
I, too, am going to Phandalin. I think it's called Phandalin. But if it's called Phandalin, well, I'm going there, too.
You look like the type who enjoys a good fondle.
Well, nothing beats a good fondling.
We are on the road. What say you join us for companionship and protection against the dangers of the road?
I think that's a pretty good idea.
So
Safety in numbers.
we'll do that. Let's say we walk through this forest in
So
this
let me
obvious
ask you
clear
guys,
path.
how are you traveling? Are you mounted or on foot?
Finger on foot.
On foot.
I'm on foot.
Okay. All right, so cool. All three are on foot.
It's a forest. It's easier to travel on foot.
Okay.
I'm a monk. I don't own them. Nothing. Not even a jackass.
All right, so you guys are going to continue down the forest path road together, right?
Yes, down the path into the darkness.
Okay. As you're walking down the forest path, you notice, like, what's that smell?
Beans.
And the druid notices, and you notice that there seem to be more flies in the area.
Well, that's not a good sign.
So what do you want to do? And there's
I
a
think something died
smell
nearby.
up ahead, and it just kind of gets in your mouth, this taste of iron.
That would be blood.
Yeah.
We'll continue forward, and we will cautiously, as in be ready to.
I will draw my sword.
I've got my shield. I'm going to go ahead and take my shield and hammer out, our mace.
Okay, and so what are you guys doing? If you want to move your characters, you can move your characters.
Okay. You heal go first.
Well, that's not pretty.
Oh, that's
And
good.
so you see just a massive pool of blood. It's not a pool of blood, but basically the blood has soaked into the ground. And there's kind of like the head and the hooves and the tail of a horse, but the rest of the horse has been eaten.
It looked like it's been eaten and not exploded.
Yes, it's been like, it looks like it's been chewed up. And it's just like, the skull looks like it's been like chewed on and spit back out. They're basically just like bones in the skull. You see like the hooves that have been kind of left there, but the rest of the horse is gone and just like the tail is there. There's
Are
just a
these
massive
ruined
pool of
statues here on the map?
blood. Which ruined statues?
Okay, to the south of the horse is a ruined statue.
Oh, that is?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was a tree.
Okay, so it's a tree.
I thought it was a tree trunk. I didn't look closely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but now that you zoom in, yeah, it's a ruined statue.
There are
I
ruins
didn't
all
even
over
look.
this map, dude.
All right, I didn't look that
There
closely.
are. The tree has a face.
Okay, yeah, I thought those were trees. All right, so anyways, you see this. What do you want to do?
I want to
Is it
avoid
fresh?
walking through the blood and continue on, but now cautiously.
Can I tell like how recent this is?
You think like
Good point.
earlier today. So it's not within the last hour, but maybe 6 hours ago.
Okay. But these bloody footprints are coming from forward in the path.
What's your perception or your intelligence?
My intelligence is quite good, thank you. 11. My perception, I don't have that.
So how about you do a investigation roll? So roll your roll in the owl bear, and roll a 20-sided die, and add your bonus for investigation. So you got 3, and if you look at your skill sheet,
Yeah, I know. I've got investigation. I have 0. You did that
Right,
on
so-
purpose.
So because you don't, investigation is an intelligence skill, so if you have a bonus to intelligence, you would add that to your die roll. So you get a 3, and you look at the bloody footprints, and that's all you think. Ori, are you staying by the pieces of the horse, or are you going to advance up with Baldwin?
I'll advance with them, and
Right, do you want to look at the footprints too?
yeah, I'll use perception.
Use investigation. So perception would be if you notice the footprints. Investigation would be if you can look at them and get any kind of knowledge, or you can investigate and find something out about them. So Ori, also
I can't
roll
really
your
do that.
investigation.
It's,
No,
it's
everyone
-1.
can do. Yeah, so just roll your die and then subtract 1 point from it. So
Oh,
even if you don't have the skill, you can still make the skill check.
okay, so it's a 20.
Yeah, 20.
You rolled it, yeah.
So 18, so it's -1.
So that's a 17 total.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Ori looks at the footprints and say, these footprints are not going forward, they're going backwards.
Oh, really?
So where it came from?
Someone walked backwards? That's just creepy weird.
As if they walked away from the horse, the dead horse.
They
Yeah.
came out from the
Someone
horse.
is walking backwards away from the horse.
Oh,
All right?
okay.
And
Something
so
scared them.
Eisensprite, you're kind of like, you're taking like a different way around the bush. And
Yes.
as you go around there, you see there's more blood, and you see a short sword lying on the ground.
I'll pick up the short sword, see if it is similar to my own.
It's just a short sword. It's nicely made, but there's blood on it.
Okay.
Can I attach it to my backpack?
Sure.
So I give myself a second sword.
All right. What do you guys want to do next?
Keep going forward.
Okay.
Baldwin,
So
I think something died here.
I believe you are correct. There's a horse back there.
Let's be careful. There could be more than a dead horse. There could be a
You
dead
see-
kerfuffle.
Eisensprite, do you want to move? Are you going to move or stay where you are? Ori, what are you going to do? If you want to move your characters up, you can move them up.
Okay.
And you see more footprints. And then as you get down there,
I don't know
See
what that
this
is.
guy.
That a guy?
let me
That guy?
send it to the chat.
Yeah.
So if
So
you go
you're
to
sending this
Facebook-
to the messenger?
Yeah, into the
Yeah.
messenger, so you can get like a closer picture of what you see.
You alive?
You see this guy, and he's leaning against a tree. He has his arms straight out in front of him, holding a hand crossbow in each hand.
Okay. Oh, excuse me, sir. Do you know what is going on with all the blood and death here?
And he makes no reply, and he doesn't move.
Does he look naturally still like a warrior who's waiting? Or does he look unnaturally still like someone who's been frozen or petrified?
How about if you make a perception roll?
My
Baldwin.
perception roll is pretty good. 9.
Okay, Eisensprite's very close. Maybe Eisensprite, you can make a Eisensprite and Ori also make perception rolls.
Okay.
What do I roll?
Roll a
20-sided
20-sided
die.
die, and then add your bonus for perception. So look at your skill
Oh.
sheet.
It's plus.
I don't think I have one.
All right,
Oh,
so
I got
Ori,
20.
Ori says, "Wow, it feels cold around here.
Oh, he's been
Like
frozen.
this,
Freezing.
like this cold is emanating from the person on the ground."
Huh.
What are you guys gonna do?
Well, check his body.
Okay, so you're gonna go up.
I'm
Are you
gonna
gonna
go
touch
up,
him?
and I'm going to check his body. Is he? He's frozen, right?
He feels very cold, but melting. So it's not like he was cold, he was frozen right away, but if you kind of tap on him, you feel like maybe his hands are thawed out more, but the core of his body is still very cold.
Does he have a pulse?
No.
Okay. Then we will disarm the dead, frozen guy.
You try to take the crossbows out of his hand.
Absolutely, and I know how a crossbow works, so I'm going to make sure the bolts are taken out before I start moving things down.
And as you try to take the crossbows out of his hand, they just break. You can see they're damaged very, very badly.
Yeah, I'm
from
not
the
trying to
blast
steal
cold.
him. I just don't want zombie dude to shoot me. Okay.
Yeah, so the crossbows are not functional anymore.
I will check him for talismans, medallions, religious paraphernalia, and
Right. If you see that he's wearing a breastplate, okay, you can see that he has the breastplate is actually quite nice. It has these pauldrons on the shoulder that are very ornate. You can see that otherwise he's in leather armor, some of it's studded leather. He has some very nice gauntlets on. As you look at the gauntlets, you see that there's a symbol of another gauntlet on his gauntlet. And then if you how about make another perception roll? Or else, let me just ask, if any of you want to use any particular skill as you're observing him?
What would
Well,
my insight show?
yeah, insight.
All right, insight is not going to do anything here. Insight is for reading people.
He's a
This one's
person.
dead.
He's a
This one's dead.
dead person. So insight is when you're having a conversation, a social interacting with someone, and insight helps you to judge their motivations,
What
their
about my
underlying
arcana skill?
motivation.
What about my arcana skill?
So you want to roll your arcana?
Sure.
Arcana.
If I get some kind of perception through that about what this guy's wearing.
All right. Arcana will help you see if there's something magic on him. But otherwise, did you do your Arcana roll?
Is that
that
a
your
20
step?
side?
Yeah, 20.
Yeah, 20 sided?
Almost everything is 20. Almost everything is 20-sided, except
And
for damage.
So it's 20 sided plus. My arcana is a +3, so looks like I've got a 21.
Say this is not some kind of natural cold that froze him. So this is either magic or the power of some fearsome beast.
Baldwin, this is not a natural freezing. It's some kind of magic, or perhaps a fearsome beast.
Oh, the power of a fearsome beast. That's very scary.
Right? Do any of you want to make other skill checks? So Baldwin or Ori, do you want to make another skill check?
Can we check if he have any cool stuff on his body?
So
Investigation.
You're not making a. Okay, sure.
My investigation roll is 14.
Okay.
So I'm very awesome at it.
And then Ori, you're also making an investigation check.
Sure. I will roll as okay, 0.
Or as Ori gets closer, just the horror of the situation overwhelms her, and she feels like she wants to turn away and throw up.
Oh. Oh.
But Baldwin, as you start to search his body, you notice that there's kind of an ornate J on his breastplate. And then as you reach around, and as you reach around his neck, you find that there's a leather cord around his neck.
Okay.
And what do? It's kind of tucked down underneath his breastplate.
Well, I'll pull it up so I can see what medallion or item it's holding.
And then as you pull it up, there's a thin metal plate. And on the metal plate is engraved the words, Judge Decker, Phandalin.
Okay. I will take that off of his body. And when we get to Phandalin, we will, of course, turn it over to the appropriate persons. Does he have any money or items of value?
Let's find the coin purse with 5 gold pieces in it.
It's okay.
And
we're going to turn it over to the appropriate authorities. We're not going to steal it.
You're not going to take the body back?
We're
not there.
Walking.
Oh, you don't have a horse or anything?
We don't have a horse. There's a dead horse. I suppose we could raise it from the dead. But I'm thinking no. We're not going to carry the dead guy, but we're going to remember where he is. But we'll take the stuff. I do think we should maybe hide his body somewhere so that animals don't destroy it. Should we bury it? What do you think, companion? Eisensprite, should we bury him or should we just hide him under some bushes?
I think in the bushes would be better. I think our time would be better spent moving along. Something happened here, and we shouldn't tarry. We shouldn't hang around waiting to see what it is.
His family want to give him a proper burial.
So we'll hide the body in the hollow of this bushy tree here?
And we'll use the extra short sword that's over there to mark the spot.
Yes. I mean, he was obviously backing away from something. His horse was killed, and he was backing away. And he dropped his swords to take out his crossbow. His 2 crossbows. Okay, we will do that. We will do that.
Also, if you know anything about crossbows, these are really tricky weapons. And there's something like Baldwin, you know that you don't know how to use something like that. That it takes skill beyond your ability to use a weapon like these crossbows.
Well, I don't know about that. I have pretty amazing skills beyond my ability.
All right. So, is there anything else that you guys want to do after you?
We're going to hide the body, and we're going to continue towards the city or the town. Phandalin's a town, so.
Village, let's say.
Okay.
All right, so now let's move on to our next map.
I'll pray over his body, and then we'll leave. So, Uye, Uye, may Freya guard your corpse.
All right, so now you continue traveling. It's starting to get late afternoon, and so it's a kind of a cold, dreary autumn day. And so it's late autumn. Rain is falling. It's kind of getting to the late afternoon, and you walk along the Triport Trail, and you see up ahead of you farms and houses, and you see smoke coming out of the smokestacks. And you know that there's a village. It's not just a tiny village, but kind of a sizable settlement up ahead of you.
You mean like a town?
It's a village, but not just a tiny village. So you once you get ahead, you will see what the village is like.
Okay. We will get ahead.
So you advance. We have this little map, and you guys are very, very small, but you can advance up with where Eisensprite is. Not so far. So just kind of like move up to where Eisensprite is, and you can see like next to you, there's a farmhouse. Up ahead of you, there's another farmhouse. Farther down the road, there's a kind of a very large building up ahead of you that's kind of has a deep brown colored wood paneling on it.
Yeah, my assumption is that the constables would be in town, not in one of these outlying. I want to go to the building with the constables.
And so now we are in the town, and so let's just figure out where everyone is.
Yeah.
So we have 3 people coming into town along the Tribird Trail. 2 people are in the Sleeping Dragon Inn. That's Fjord and Sillywanker. And what's her name? Abiona is at the Winnie Mae Stables. All right, and as Baldwin, Eisensprite, and Ori are approaching town, suddenly you hear some yelling, you hear some noise coming from the town, and then you start to hear a bell ringing. And anyone want to do anything?
Well, where's the bell ringing from?
The bell's ringing from the center of town. And
That's
how about
good.
how about if you guys make
We'll run
perception rolls?
We'll run towards the center of town, of course.
Okay. How about everyone make a perception check?
I
Who's
perceived very, very well.
Okay.
Who, everyone? Everyone? Or no
11.
three everyone?
I got a 5.
Okay.
Sorry,
All
you
right.
mean everyone?
Nobody really notices anything, but you hear somebody yelling.
+4. Okay, so it should be okay.
Michael, should the others have rolled too? Silly
you're
Wank
inside,
and Fjord
they're-
and Abiona?
Yeah, only if they come outside.
I mean, they can hear the bells.
Yeah. So Abiona, what do you do as you?
Bells.
I mean, you could run towards the center of town where that dragon was that flew away.
How about you guys can move ahead like towards the path that goes to the second farm, so you can advance that far at this turn. If you're out on the road, not that far, to the little split before that.
Okay, I was already standing there.
No, you went too far earlier. All right, so as you go, make another perception roll, everyone. If you're outside, make a perception roll.
Another one?
If you're inside, come outside so you can make a perception roll.
Eyes and Sprite.
5.
Everyone's like kind of stupid, but Eyes and Sprite, Iron Strike, when you look towards the west, you see coming out of the setting, not setting sun, but the sun is kind of low in the sky. You see flying out of from the west, there's some kind of dark shape in front of the sun.
Baldwin, Ori, something's flying at us. Flying
Okay.
towards the town. It's
I
over
will
there.
put my mace and shield away and take out my crossbow.
And as you hear the bell ringing, there are people who are like on the streets in the town, and they're all kind of looking around, and you see some people pointing towards the west, and they're screaming, and this thing is just gonna fly right over the center of town. And as it flies by, there's this smell that's coming from it. This is a strange smell. Let's say like strange spices. Who is making the horrible noise?
That's the Yu-Gi-Oh chat.
There's like a really, really bad buzzing noise again. Is that Paul? Paul, can you try?
Oh, there ain't
No,
no
Paul's
ways.
not muted.
I
Scott is
don't
muted.
hear it.
I hear.
Here,
I think you need to stay off the drugs, kid.
So,
So you have this kind of, it's like this weird smell of death. It's kind of like a little bit of a smell of death. These strange spices, some kind of strange animal musk as it flies by. And it flies over the Winnie Mae stables. You hear the horses inside are freaking out. And they're kicking and bucking.
so
Anyone want to do anything?
Am I in range? I can shoot
you're
it.
looking at the
are you
sky.
sure?
No, you're pretty far away.
I can make a shot at 300 feet, 320 feet. I'm very good.
So if you go down to the bottom, let's say, okay, 200 feet.
No, 320
Yeah,
feet.
yeah. If you look at the thing on the bottom, there's like a scale, so you can see how far 200 feet is. And so let's say it's kind of like around here. So
Oh, that's
it's
no
just
problem.
within
I can make that
range.
shot. Dude, that's about 200 feet. Now
Yeah,
it's
so it's just
Now it's-
within range.
now
you
it's
can
a
take a
little bit
shot.
further than 200, but I can make that shot. I'm very good.
You're too far.
Nope. I can make a shot at 320 feet.
More than 200.
It's more than 200, but it's not more than 300.
You can run closer first.
Okay, and I happen to see that there's a whole bunch of food coming out of the stables over there.
Food?
By food, I mean dragon food, horses and
Oh.
cattle.
Okay, so I can see it flying over me now.
Yeah, and then you see these horses come
So I have to
bursting
calm
out
them
of
down.
the stables, and they're
No,
they're
in
ru-
the stable they are chained. They should not come out. But the
they
training.
they freaked out because the dragon flew right over the stables, and they busted out their stalls, and they would go running into the field.
Those are horses.
If it's a dragon, don't they have to say for dragon fear?
Always creating enough of commotion that us in the inn would hear stuff going on and want to go outside.
You hear everyone is screaming on the street. The warning bell from the town hall is ringing. The dragon is flying by. So and so now
Grab my axes and
everyone.
head outside.
Well, I have a genuine desire to protect the people in the town. So I would like to take a shot.
Right, so everyone roll initiative. So roll a 20-sided die. Everyone clear your dice tray. Roll a 20-sided die. And then you also want to add your initiative bonus. So if you look on your sheet, you will see an initiative.
Where is that?
Where's the
Yeah.
initiative bonus listed?
So it should be kind of like in the middle, towards the top of the first page,
Right
Oh,
below
yeah.
armor
Okay,
class.
I see
Oh,
right
it.
below armor class.
I see it.
Okay, plus 3.
So,
I
so
got
Sealy
21.
Wanker is first, right?
I got a 10.
oh,
So I have
12.
14.
I got a 14.
I'm at 12.
Right. Damn, all my pens don't work. So Silly Wank is first. Who's next?
I'm 14.
I have a
Who's
14 as
that?
well.
What's your dex? Both of you have dex, the same dex, right? How about you guys just roll again? Eisen Sprite and Abiona, roll again.
So I'm 21 now. 20 plus 3. So I can go
Hey,
first.
and Eisen Sprite is before you.
How
Oh,
does he
wow.
have a
No,
22?
wait, no. Eisen Sprite, did you clear your tray or?
No.
He did not.
Oh, sorry.
Aha. That's
Uh,
right.
Hey,
All right, so then Abiona is next, then Eisen Sprite.
So I would go try to harness the
Wait. Eisen Sprite. Who's after Eisen Sprite?
I think it was Ori.
I'm 12.
Ori. Who's left? Fjord
I
and
have a 10.
Ford has a 8. 7 plus 1.
so then
always
it's
with a -1.
O'Brien is off the sheet now. Or let me scroll down. Okay, so then Baldwin,
A 10.
and then the last one is Fjord, right?
Ford.
So initiative order is Siliwanka, Abiona, Eisensprite, Ori, Baldwin, Fjord. All right, so you guys can clear your dice tray. So the dragon is flying by.
How big is this dragon? Is this like a baby dragon? Say yes.
Let's say it's like the body looks like it's about 10 feet long. Then there's a
Okay.
tail.
Okay.
So it's not really huge. It's bigger than the horses.
Okay.
So, Silly Wonka, you run outside. Is there anything you want to do?
Yes, I ran outside, dagger in
Please.
hand.
Your
And
brother.
I
Okay.
assessed the situation, realizing it's a flying creature. I would switch over to my crossbow and I run towards the creature. I don't know how far I have to run to shoot the guy. I mean, do I have time to shoot? Put it that way.
Let's shoot the dragon.
Sure, if you want to, you can shoot the dragon.
Okay, I will shoot the dragon then.
All right, so roll
Crossbow.
two 20-sided dice.
I have the what?
Roll two 20-sided dice.
Okay. Oh man. 13 and 8.
All right, so you have disadvantage because you are so far away. You're taking such a long shot. So your roll is 8 plus your attack bonus.
Yeah, it'd be 11 and 16.
No, the 16 doesn't count. You pick the worst one because you're far away. So when you have disadvantage, you roll twice and take the worst score.
Ah, didn't know. Okay, got 11 then.
And so you shoot at the dragon and you miss wildly. You don't even come close to hitting it. Okay?
Oh, okay. Oh,
Abiona, your turn. Is there anything you want to do?
Just the horses under my care, so I'm chasing after them to harness them.
Okay. So you
Well,
go
they can
running
hurt
after the
somebody.
horses, just like move towards the horses.
Yes.
You probably want to hide them.
Okay, next is Eisensprite.
I do not know what I can do against a dragon.
You could stand naked and say, "Hey, get me, not them."
I
That
will.
works really well.
I will draw my sword and vaguely protect my little group.
Okay. All right. Next is Ori. What do you want to do?
You're too far away. Gee.
Yeah,
Gotta
we're
run
pretty far.
closer.
Do I? So it just the dragon's gonna eat the animals or people?
Yes.
Okay. Do we want to help the town?
Yes.
Ori, do whatever you want. So you don't have time to talk and chat. So you're going to spend time. So Ori, you take your turn talking with Baldwin about what you want to do, right?
No, she can do her move.
Yeah. So do what you want to do, Ori. What are you going to do?
Let's check what's happening in the town.
You hear people screaming and running.
Okay.
So let's check. That means you go to the town.
Okay, we go inside.
You run forward. You can run to the next crossroad.
Crossroad?
The next path off to the. Not that far. Over here.
Not that far.
No, not that far. Over here.
The crossroad, yeah, somewhere there.
So, Eisensprite, are you advancing as far as Ori also? That's as far as you can run.
I am. I'm going to follow my little group here.
All right, Baldwin, what are you going to do? Baldwin, you cannot run that far if you're going to shoot.
I'm going to shoot. I can make this shot. It's what, about 150?
But Baldwin, you can only run this far. So if the other people don't do actions, they can do twice their move. But if you're going to shoot,
Why'd you move me back? I didn't move myself forward. I can still make the shot.
Yeah, Ori and Eisensprite can run farther if they're not going to attack. But if you're going to attack, you can only move half as far as the other people. So you cannot advance as far as the other people.
I'm going to shoot it.
Sure. So you can. So everyone has a move, an action, a bonus action, and a free object interaction. So if you move but you don't take an action, you can move again. You can do what's called a dash and do twice your movement.
I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Just wants to shoot. Let him shoot.
Yeah. So Baldwin, you can't keep up with Ori and Eisensprite.
I wasn't trying to keep up with them. I wasn't trying to keep up with them.
So now take your shot.
I didn't move my character. I'm taking my shot.
No, you can move. You can do your move and take a shot. But if you take a shot, you can't double move.
Well,
so the other people are double moving, so they're ahead of you.
I'm okay with that.
Okay, so take your shot.
5. I believe I killed it.
And so again, you roll twice.
Oh, okay.
What's your second roll?
19.
What?
All right, so because the dragon is far away, you have to pick the worst roll.
It's not that far away.
It's over 120 feet.
It's well within my shoot.
All right, so anyways, so the range, so with crossbows, you have normal range and you have long range. If you're shooting at long range, you shoot at disadvantage. All right, so I'm just trying to explain the rules, all right, and how they work. And so because you're outside of normal range, you have to roll at disadvantage, which means you roll twice and take the worst score.
And we all know what that was. So
all right, so
it's
dead. Fjord, are you doing anything?
Oh, I'm going to try to assess the situation. Is the dragon anywhere near me? Would I be able to fling one of my throwing axes right between his eyes?
Not even close. So the throwing axe only has 20-foot range. So you can,
fine.
at long range, you can hit the next building, but not even
fine.
close to the dragon.
So run up
Fine.
so you're close enough to throw your axe.
We'll run closer to where some villagers are in case they need protection on its next path.
That makes sense.
Sure. So you can move yourself if you want to.
Where are the
Any
villagers?
are.
Where are the
You see,
villagers?
the dragon is over here.
No, he wants to be
But
near
I don't care about the
villagers.
dragon. Care about the villagers.
The villagers
So
are
where are the
fleeing.
villagers?
They're running in all kinds of different directions because the dragon is like kind of flying around, and so people are freaking out, and villagers are all running in different directions.
Can you give
So
him the
anyways-
closest villagers to protect?
They're running up the road towards the east or to the right.
Okay. We'll
And then other
slowly
people
slide that
are-
way just in case.
Other people are running across the fields to the south.
Okay, I can't protect them all. Unless you can let me teleport instantaneously in 800 different directions. I think it's one of my talents.
What race are you?
And so
What race am
he's
I?
a dwarf. All right.
Well,
and
no,
the
that's an
dragon-
actual dwarf ability.
Hey, well, I didn't know that.
Instantaneous
I
teleportation. I believe that's a cantrip.
Ooh, I might have to learn that one.
All right.
now, I
So
don't
now
think I have.
the dragon comes and it comes down and it grabs this horse over here.
Which
And you
one?
can just see that it leans over and it bites it on the head, and it starts to try to fly up towards the south. The horse is quite big. The dragon is not that much bigger than the horse. It's maybe about 50% larger than
Slowly
this horse.
driving down immensely, making it easier to hit.
Yeah, and so it's slowly flying up into the air. Okay. All right, so now, Abiona, you see your boss, Kendall Maybeth, come out, and he's going to take a shot at the dragon too with the crossbow.
Okay. He needs to row.
Ooh. Okay.
Did he roll his disadvantage?
No, he's quite close. You can see he's very, very close. He hits the dragon. Okay, and so he has a crossbow and he plunks the dragon right in its butt.
Ow.
And as the dragon gets hit,
Drop the horse.
you can see it. Yeah, you can see that he bites down, and the decapitated horse falls down and crashes into this building right here.
Yes.
The dragon decaffeinated the horse?
I mean,
Caffeinated.
he just like bit the horse, and he just bit, and the horse's head just like came off in its mouth, and the rest of the horse plummets and crashes through this building right over here. Top of the round, Sillywanker.
How far am I from the dragon?
You're up the street from it. Let's say you're about 150 feet.
150 feet?
No, it's longer than that. About 200 feet.
I will move closer to the dragon so that I am within 80 feet.
You can't move that far. You can only move, you can move 30 feet around. So you only have movement of 30 per round. If you take no other action, you can dash and go 60 feet. So you can move 30 feet and take an action, or you can move 60 feet and take no action. Sillywanker,
If-
what are you gonna do?
So if I'm in 30 feet, I mean I'm within 70 feet of the dragon.
No, you're about 200 feet away. So if you move 30, you're still 170 away.
Okay, I will take no action other than run towards it.
Okay.
That'll be 60 feet.
All right, you're gonna do 60-foot move. Can you just kind of move you're going to go up the road or you're going to go through the field?
I have no idea where I'm at.
You're at the Sleeping Dragon Inn.
Hmm.
Here, let me
Okay.
enlarge you. Do you see yourself?
Here we go. I'm running after
Oh.
the dragon.
All right.
So is that your favorite enemies?
All right, so you can get to about here, is as far as you can go this turn.
I thought down there was the. I mean, that's 200 feet. I'm gonna go 60 feet. That should be further than that.
No, it's not. Each of the buildings is about 60 feet.
And not according to your scale down there.
Yeah.
The scale down there, yeah, a building is about 60 feet. 50 feet is the size of a building.
I mean the length.
Yeah. So you can move just to about here. So that's your move. Abiona, your turn.
Okay. See, if my boss is shooting, can I try to use my bow and arrow?
Take a shot.
Okay, so
Roll 20-sided die. You do
Twice?
not have
Once?
disadvantage. Just roll one 20-sided die.
Okay. So, 6. That probably didn't hit.
Miss.
Yes.
You actually, you watch your arrow strike the dragon in its flank and it bounces off. So your aim was true, but it didn't even come close to penetrating the dragon's armor.
And my bow
Okay.
and arrow now.
Eisen Sprite, it's your turn.
I'll move closer.
Okay, so move 60 feet up the road. You can get to, yeah, about there. No, a little bit farther back. Yeah, to there.
Oh.
Next is Ori's turn.
Oh, let's just keep running forward.
Okay, run up to where Eisen Sprite is. No, too far. Just stick with Eisen Sprite. Okay, Baldwin, it's your turn.
Baldwin's going to move forward and shoot. Can I move here and shoot?
You cannot shoot because the dragon is behind the building. It like went down below the building to grab a horse.
Okay, then I
and so
dash to here.
And you are started behind the other guys who were dashing also, so you are here. So you can move 60 feet, and you're still 30 feet behind Eisen Sprite and Ori. Okay, Fjord, it's your turn.
I'm going to take a guess at what direction the beastie is moving and move my entire 60 feet in that kind of direction.
Okay,
Where's
move
he
your
headed?
60 feet. He's
Where is he
flying. The last thing you saw is he was flying south and he dropped the horse.
So he's that way. So if I came down the road at about 60 feet,
That's twice as far as you could go. So you're about here. Okay.
yeah.
Dragon's turn. He got shot in the flank by Kendall. So he turns around, attacks Kendall.
And Kendo dodge. I'm gonna yell, Kendo dodge, hide somewhere.
Okay, so the dragon bites Kendall in the head. And he just kind of grabs him by the body, grabs him by kind of like his upper torso, and he flicks him up in the air. And then he strikes twice more with its claws.
Oh, I'm gonna yell, no.
Oh, damn. He crits as he does a critical hit on Kendall. And so you see him take his 2 claws, dig them into Kendo's chest, and he rips him in half. And then he flings 1/2 of Kendo at Abiona.
Whoa.
Okay.
Did I catch it?
What's your AC?
Let me see. My AC is 14.
You see half of Kendo's body come striking you, hits you square in the chest, and you take 6 points of damage.
I guess I almost pass out. I only got 10 points.
Okay. And now the dragon turns and is flying back towards the horse. Fiddlywanker, your turn.
I said, fuck this. I ain't gonna kill a dragon with my little crossbow anyway, so I return back to the bar and have a drink.
Okay. Abiona, your turn.
Okay. So how many horses are left?
You see 3 horses.
Okay, he killed one.
Yeah.
Okay. This situation is like we can't deal with this dragon. So is there in town where I can find help, any stronger ranger?
People are running right and left. There are a lot of people that are just running around screaming.
Okay, I'm going to do a weaponry place where they have dragon killing machine. No, I mean,
We don't have any dragon killing machines in town.
No, they don't have it. I thought every village would have it.
It's not like Lake Town, and you're not Bard the Bowman. So, what do you want to do? You have a move and you have an action. So, do you want to run towards?
Take the rest of the horse at least, because I'm still heavily wounded, and try to grab this horse and go back to the stable.
Okay. Eisen Sprite.
I'm gonna grab this horse.
Eisen Sprite, your move. Eisen Sprite is asleep.
Yeah.
He is stunned and in fear, shaking. So we're gonna move on. Ori, your move.
Jeez.
Let's chase after wherever the dragon is. We just keep running.
All right, you can move 60 feet. Yeah, good. Baldwin, your turn.
Same.
Okay.
Baldwin?
I'm going to. Okay.
We'll just
Can
move
I
Eisen
can I
Sprite
make
to
a
Ori.
where can I make a shot yet? He's on a building.
Yeah, but you have this big building in front of you. This big reddish brown building is between you and where the dragon is. So you don't have line of sight.
Can I run through here
Okay,
and make a shot?
you can't make a shot if you run that far. You do a dash. So
Okay,
you do
then I
twice
do
your
a
move.
full dash.
No, you do a dash and you get that far. So you can get to there. Fjord, your turn.
Is Fjord close enough to take any type of action to the beastie, or does he need to move closer?
You can take a shot from there, but it will be at
Shot?
disadvantage. Yeah, if you
Only
have. Do you have a ranged weapon? You're out of, no, throwing axe is too far away.
There you go. I'll move closer.
Okay. So you see people kind of running around. The dragon is going to take a The dragon's still kind of like hovering around here, and he is going to drop the other half of Kendo on Fjord.
Well, he has to roll to hit. He'll miss.
What's your AC?
So we like to drop things on people. So this is a young dragon that cannot spit fire yet.
Fjord, what's
As
your
far
AC?
as we know, yeah.
Good cookies.
Fjord, armor class?
My armor class?
Yeah.
I'll try to wake the brother up. 18.
Yeah.
All right, so you see the die roll. He makes it. He hits you with the other half of Kendall. And you take 7 points of damage from falling humanoid. And the dragon is going to start to eat the horse.
Oh, the first one that he got.
Yes, that fell through the building.
Is it already dead?
But usually dragon would just pick up the animal and go to their lair and eat slowly.
He's a young one. He doesn't have a lair.
Probably, yeah.
Why not? They all have a lair.
Sleepy's
Alright.
back.
Silly Wanka, your turn.
You have a nice nap, Paul?
I am enjoying a nice warm beer with my feet up on the table and just waiting on
Abiona, your move.
Indians. What?
Okay, I see some townspeople and I'm going to walk. My movement, is it impaired because I'm wounded? Can I go grab,
So do your whole move.
I'll go over there and ask their help?
That's too far. You can get to, if you run around, you can get to here.
Okay. Then I can
If you want to go that way. Yeah, you can just like go here and you can yell at them.
Dragon's really strong. A lot of people were hurt already.
Okay? And you see these people, they have some weapons and stuff. They have some crossbows. There's a bunch of townspeople with crossbows.
Make sure you get some shelter because it drop things on you.
Eyes and Sprite, your move.
You're awake.
Your camera disappeared. I'm gonna move
Camera
closer.
did.
Okay, you're gonna do your full move. Let's say you can get to over here.
All right.
Next is Ori.
Okay, where? I'll go to where Heisenberg is. I run over here.
Ice and
Okay.
Sprite.
Baldwin.
Right.
Okay, I'm going to move and shoot. I
All right,
can
so
move
you can
here,
move to about here. Yeah, and take a shot.
and I'm going to take my
Let's
shot.
see.
He's very
It's
close.
still at disadvantage. You're just out of range. So roll with disadvantage.
I believe I hit. His
So that's
AC
a
is very
3.
poor. Well,
Okay.
yes, but I have a +1, so that's pretty awesome.
So you see that you point your crossbow at it, the bolt goes flying through the air and it strikes the dragon right at the base of its skull and bounces off.
I'm okay with that.
That was like a
Good
great shot, but it did nothing.
I'm okay
Okay.
with that. I still
Fjord,
look
your
cool.
turn.
Fjord, I took half his body damage from a falling body,
Yes.
but I still can't attack. I'm still too far away, right?
Yes, you can run
Fling him
closer.
up to me and kill me. Guess I'll
You
move a
can,
little
if you
closer.
run forward, you can just get within range to take a long shot with your axe. So you're going to roll at disadvantage if you want to take a shot.
Hell, I'll still take the shot.
Okay, so
Of
roll
course you
twice.
will.
Take your lowest roll.
Oh, there. This one.
Die am I using?
20-sided die.
First one is a 6. Second one is a 11, so it's a 6.
So again, you throw your axe and it goes wide.
Well,
Dragon's
just
turn. All right, so then these townspeople are shooting at the dragon.
Yeah,
And the
they get a
dragon
turn.
is going to pick up the horse. It's going to fly this way, and it turns, and it just breathes into the rain. And it swings its head in the arc. And you see the rain turn into this frozen, sharp shards, and they come raining down on the townspeople around them. And you can see it's like these hunks of ice are like ripping into their skin as it drops out. Yeah, as it drops out of the sky, and the dragon just flies south. And you see there's this like carnage left behind on the town square where these people got hit by these shards of ice. Okay, Silly Wonka, your turn.
Silly wanker.
Silly Wanker.
He's not related to Willie.
Not related
I
to
make
Will.
make an obscene suggestion to a barmaid. How did she reply?
Roll your 20-sided die.
Okay.
He's gonna get slapped.
Oh, I told her I'm a noble. Morning.
Jesus.
I rolled a 20.
Wow.
She says to you, a noble. So, wow, that's really interesting. And so, you want to have a date?
Sure, but tell me about this dragon. Why does it keep coming around here?
Oh, the dragon. There's stories of the dragon, yeah, flying around all over the area. It's been creating havoc everywhere. And so, about that date, you want to go out tonight?
What about, where does it come from? What direction does it usually come from?
I've never seen him in town like this before, but we've heard that he's been around like everywhere. You hear all kinds of stories and rumors. I don't know what's true, but I've never seen it in our town before.
Ah, okay. Okay. Yeah, meet me here later on tonight, okay?
And I've heard that there's out of town, there's a there's a designer. His name is Louis Vuitton, and he makes nice bags. Do you think maybe you could get me one of a Louis Vuitton bag?
Sure,
Since you're a noble.
Meet me here tonight, and I'll be here with that bag. And we can have a good old time.
As long as you have that Louis Vuitton bag, I'd be happy to meet you. But I'm not that kind of girl. I'm not a slutty girl. I just want you to let you know.
Well, then that was a short conversation.
I don't even think that. Think for the
Okay.
day.
Well,
See you later.
yeah. And so she kind of like rubs your arm, and we go on to Abiona's turn.
Okay. I'll leave the building to get away.
Abiona? She's asleep too?
Where'd she go? Hey,
she's
she's not
gone.
there.
All right, we'll just skip over. She's like taking care of horses. Eisensprite.
All right. I guess I'll come into the area and see what's going on, see if I can help anybody. It looks like the dragon's taken off.
Yeah, there's some carnage going on. You see that people in the town square are hurt. Okay. Ori, what are you going to do? Or
Oh.
Eisenspray? Go.
If there's someone there that can help, I'll try to help them.
The dragon disappeared.
The dragon is still there, but it's flying south with a horse.
Okay. I'll see if any forces are still panicking. Maybe
Yeah, there's
calm
some
them
panicky
down.
horses in the field
Yeah, I'll
to the
find,
east.
Okay, I'll find a panic horse and try to talk to them, but calm them down.
Okay. Baldwin?
Okay, the immediate danger is gone, right? The dragon
The
is,
dragon is flying south with a
but
horse.
it's still in the village? Is that where it is?
Yeah, it's where it is now. That's how far it got.
I'm going to dash forward. I want to make it to that looks like a wounded fellow in front of me. I want to help him.
That's okay, sure. The wounded fellow over here by Fjord.
No, the fjord. Fjord is wounded.
Oh yeah. Fjord is wounded.
I don't
Yeah,
know
so
him, so he's just
Yeah,
a wounded fellow.
There's some wounded guy. He's covered with blood too.
I saw him bravely try to catch a dead body.
All right, Fjord, what are you doing?
I don't think I have anything I can help wounded people with much. Think I'll just see if I can help someone with some triage and see if I can help some of the people kind of get out of the way in case the beastie comes back and find.
There are people who are hurt in the town square.
I know, get that, but I'm not a medic. I can go over there and see if there's something I can do to help them and at least move them out of the center so they don't get hit by any more falling glaciers. Dead ahead.
All right, so let's just say that it's my turn now. The dragon flies off.
Hey.
And the dragon is gone. And so we are out of initiative order. We're out of combat. And so what happened to Abiona? Where's your character? Oh, here.
I guess
All
I'm
right.
going to find some medicine to heal my wound.
All right, so you guys can decide what you want to do. If we want to take turns, we can do that. All right, or if we don't have to take specific turns, but if we want to stay in initiative order, we can do that. So, Silly Wonka, is there something else you want to do?
Wanker.
Yeah. Did I?
He's not a
Silly
Wonka,
wanker.
he's a wanker.
Silly Wanker. Because I wrote
Hey, did I
Silly
come
Wonka
outside in
on someplace
time?
else to make his name shorter.
Hey, did I come outside in time to see which direction the dragon was going?
No. You were having this conversation with the barmaid that went on
But,
for quite
you know,
a while.
Last time I said I went outside to get away from her.
Yeah, but you talked to her for about 2 or 3 minutes. And the dragon is long gone by that point. Rounds
Okay,
of combats are only
I'll
6
walk
seconds
outside.
long.
Walk outside and I think, man, I got to find that dragon. Because where there's dragon, there's treasure. But I can't do it alone. So I'm going to have to find people to help.
All right, so let's say that you were still having that conversation with the barmaid, and so we're going to skip your turn for a couple rounds as the people who are running around do what they want. Abiona, you said you're going to. What do you want to do?
I'm going into the house to find some medicine to bind the wound first.
All right, so you're going to go into the Winnie Mae stables house where you
Yeah.
are staying. So-
Okay, does my boss have family? I need to tell them if he has family.
Yeah, your boss has 4 kids, I think. I don't remember. You have 4 or 5 kids.
And his wife is still around, I hope.
Yeah, the wife is the actual person who runs the stable.
Okay.
The wife is the boss of the
Are they
stable.
hiding inside the house?
Yeah. So it's
So
the
I
house.
go inside the house and tell them the
It's
bad
not this
news.
house. It's the wrong house.
Which house? This one?
This house. No, it's the one in between here.
Oh, this one.
Yeah. So you're gonna go talk to Winnie
The
Winnie
stable
Mae.
is the one next door. Okay.
Okay. So you're gonna go and talk to Winnie Mae and tell her you saw her husband get
The
ripped
husband
up
rip-
and
yeah.
his blood is all over you, actually.
A dragon killed your husband. I'm so sorry.
What? Kendall? Kendall? Where is he?
His body splattered outside. It's horrible sight. Don't let the children go out and see it.
Oh, Kendall. We came to Phandalin to start a new life. And now I'm a widower. No, I'm a widow. Now I'm a widow.
No, widower. I think you got it
Widower.
right the first time.
The woman is a widower?
No,
the
a woman is a widow.
Woman is a widow.
Obviously, this is a cross-dresser.
All right, so you tell Winnie the bad news. All right, let's go on. Eisensprite, what do you want to do?
Is there anyone that seems to need any of my help still?
You see that fjord guy up ahead was hurt, and they're like screaming and wailing coming from the middle of town too, from the town
Well,
square.
I see the guy in front of me, so I'm going to go try to help him.
Okay, so you can just move all the way up the fjord. And then Baldwin and Ori, what are you guys doing? What are you guys
Well,
doing?
I was
Ori, you're
going to
all
help
helping the
Fjord,
horses?
but it looks like that the Eisensprite's going to do it, so I'll go help the people in the square.
And Ori, what do you want to do?
I will
You're still
stabilize
messing
them.
with the horses, or
Okay, yeah, I'll try to bring the horses back to their stable.
okay? So while you're messing with the horses, then why don't we deal with Eisensprite and Fjord? So Fjord, you see, describe yourself, Eisensprite, as you walk up to Fjord. What do you do?
Hey there, buddy. I saw you got hurt there. Anything I can do to help you?
It's but a flesh wound, but thank you, sir.
You
7
got any
points.
wounds there, deep tendon? Maybe I can tend to them.
I'm sorry, what?
You got any wounds? Need tendon? Tendon. You got a tendon?
Tendon?
No, I don't. Whatever it is, I don't.
Are you sure?
Okay.
You look like you're hurt.
No, I'm not sure. How are you, kind sir-ish?
I'm a little shook up from seeing a dragon flying around, eating animals and people.
That's
But
how
other
I
than-
feel.
Other than that, I guess I'm okay. Not every day you see a dragon drop a horse on a house.
Or on a person.
Well, I've seen that. But on a house, no.
It's different. Must not have been that hungry. You want to help me help some of these people?
You know what? On the way into town, I come across a horse that had been ripped open and a fella that had been frozen up. Maybe the dragon got him.
Makes sense that this dragon probably killed them both.
Could be. Could be.
I should try to find whatever passes for authorities in this town and end this conversation soon so it doesn't take 3 of our turns.
Oh. Would that be like a sheriff type guy? I might have found him too.
Oh, yeah. I take it he was not a good outcome.
Sheriff? I don't think
Yeah, it's a good outcome.
All right, how about
Well,
we
you
jump
do
over
that.
to Baldwin in town as you guys continue your chat. And then later, Silly Wonka, if you want to, you can join in with Fjord
Wanker.
and
He's a
Silly
wanker.
Wanker. Silly Wanker, you can join in with Fjord and Ice and Sprite. So we'll
I
go down
will.
we'll shift over to Baldwin now.
Okay, I'm
And so
going to
Baldwin,
approach these folks and see who needs help
Definitely a
and use
wanker.
my medicine skills to stabilize them.
you also have a cantrip that can stabilize people.
That's spare the dying.
Yeah. So
Is
that will
anyone, are
stabilize.
any of these guys unconscious?
You see like one guy like kind of delirious and passed out, and there's like this gash coming out of his chest, and it's kind of like spurting blood.
Well, then I
And
can.
like two people are trying to hold it.
Well, then I'll spare the dying on him.
And what do you do? So describe what you're doing.
Holding up my holy symbol, may Freya's light protect you. Boom, and I just booyah,
And then
and
you
so he's
see
spared,
the blood stop spurting. And then
as it should.
the people kind of look at you and go, "Are you a holy healer?"
I am a cleric of the goddess Freya. May her light shine upon you. Or not, if you don't want that.
Oh,
Because
sounds fair.
I'm very okay with other religions.
Okay, so is there anything else that you want to do as you're tending to these
Okay,
people?
I will ask this guy who looks not hurt.
Well, everyone's hurt.
Okay,
It's just some people are hurt worse than others. Just this guy looked like he was dying.
okay. Who is your town constabulary?
Constable, that'll be Judge, or one guy says, that's Judge Decker.
Okay, Judge
He
Decker.
went out of town yesterday on I
Okay,
don't know what he was
who
doing.
is
But
his second in command? Who's in charge now?
let me check my list.
You have a list? Random guy on the street carries a list of the people in his town.
there's a hierarchy, I guess, from 1 to 100.
I believe I found your Judge Decker, and yeah, he was obviously killed by this dragon.
Okay, yeah. The deputy? You're looking for either Rick or Shane, I guess.
Okay, where would Rick or Shane be?
Well, you know, the constables, the sheriff's office is just across the street, actually. It's like right over there. But I don't know where Rick or Shane. It's like right behind you.
You mean the big orange building?
No, it's the smaller building next to the big orange building.
Okay. Thank you, and I'm going to go see if anybody is around there. They shouldn't be because there was a dragon attack, and
Yeah. So you go in and no one's in there. All right, let's go back to either Abiona. Is there anything else you want to do?
Okay, I kind of bind my wound a bit.
Okay.
I have to. I tell the what's her name? Willie.
Winnie.
Winnie.
Gwyneth Maybeth
Okay.
is your boss.
Okay. Say there's still two horses running wild outside. Someone has to grab them. but I'm
Oh,
wounded.
can you help with the horses? My heart is broken.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know what
I'll
I'm
go
gonna.
out. There should be someone who can help us. So I'll go out. I'll check out
I
the
don't
horse.
want my sons to see them.
Yeah, don't
Oh
let the
God.
children go outside because it's a bloody mess. So
Okay,
I'm
so
going to here and find Ori, who's holding the horses, two of them. And I
okay,
say,
so you
oh,
can talk to Ori.
I'm talking to Ori. Thank you for grabbing the horses. They belong to the stable I work in.
Okay. Where?
Can you help me grab them? Because I'm kind of wounded. I don't have much strength. Can you
Okay.
bring them over to the stable for us?
Yes, I'll do that. I love animals.
Yeah, I think maybe my boss wife would treat you to something to eat later. But she is really sad right now because her husband just died. Oh,
Okay. I'll guide the horses to the stables and help them out.
this is the stable, right here.
All right, so is there anything else that you want to say to each other?
But I'm just when we were walking, I asked, "You must be a visitor. I've never seen you around."
Yes, I came with two other friends.
Oh,
So,
where are they?
yeah, where to go? Yeah, the both in town. They went to help other people who are injured.
Okay. That's great. You guys are really good people. You help out even though don't belong, you don't live here. We need to pick up the dead body too. I'm gonna grab a a huge some cloth and wrap up my boss body and put it in the stable for the time being. I don't want the children to see it.
Okay.
So how many pieces I have to pick up?
Here for two.
Two.
Well,
Okay.
Yes.
there are other organs that maybe fell out
Yeah,
along the way if
I've
you
got
want to
some
pick them up too.
fabric, wrap them up like I have bags that with food like potato bags. Okay,
Okay.
so I'm
So,
basically picking up my boss body.
Ori, are you going to help Abiona to
Yeah,
gather
sure.
the
If
body
the
parts?
horses are done, I can pick up body parts.
All right, let's move on to where Eisensprite, Fjord, and Silly Wanker are. What are you guys doing?
I will approach each character. Hey, ain't you that chap that was in that inn here? What's your name? Pete.
Whose
Whose
name?
name? Sorry.
Who?
Pete. I'm talking to Pete, chap. What's your name, Pete?
Jord.
Borg. Okay. Did you happen to see which way that dragon flew? Way?
Did.
Ah, which direction did he fly?
Due south. That away.
You know what
I,
good about dragons?
I saw the dragon when it was flying into town, and he came from the west.
Okay. Anyway, do you guys know what's good about dragons? They
Nothing.
have treasure.
Swine meat is really good when grilled.
Have treasure.
Their scales make good armor.
Yeah. And I think maybe we ought to take revenge for these folks here and maybe go after that dragon. You guys look like healthy individuals, even with that flesh wound you got there. What do you think?
Just but a flesh
You might
wound.
hunt down the dragon and kill it.
We don't have to kill it, but I'm pretty sure we could find something in that treasure to kill it if you want.
I mean, like
It could
try
be
to
pretty
raid its
profitable.
treasure.
We may
What?
have to consider it. See what the town folks think.
They're gonna love it. I know these people. These are my people. They would just
Would,
love for us to go and hunt down that
would
dragon.
would they pay us to do that?
The pay is the treasure. This is a
Yeah, but
dragon. They
if
always
you
have
don't
treasure.
find the
Don't you ever
treasure,
read
would the
fairy
townspeople
tale
pay us
books?
to hunt down the dragon
Well, we're gonna
treasure?
hunt it, kind of. Really, once we find the treasure, we see what happens.
You just want to
You're
go to
pretty
the
sure
lair
there's
and
a
steal
treasure.
something.
What do you
How
think?
about we move over to Baldwin for a bit here?
Okay, I am looking for the deputies. I will ask them, can you give me anyone have any idea where the deputies are? Oh, scratch
So it
it.
just sounds like people.
I'm going to leave the medallion and the coin purse on the desk. I'm going to leave a note. We found a body in the forest. He was wearing this. And I'll sign it, Baldwin.
Okay. And then what do you want to do next, Baldwin? Do you want to go and meet anybody or go?
Well, I guess I'm going to go find my friends I came into town with.
And you see Eisensprite up ahead on the street talking to some people. And do you want to go up and join him?
Already done it.
And so now you guys see some other. Describe yourself as you're walking up for
I
Fjord
am a
and
tiefling.
Sillywanker.
I'm incredibly good looking. My tail is like none other. It's very nicely manicured. And I am wearing the robes of a cleric.
All right, and so now also at this time, Abiona and Ori, you're going to collect Kendall's body, right?
Yeah.
And half of his body is over where Fjord is because it struck Fjord. So do you want to join those people also?
Yeah, I will have to search for it. I'm carrying a bag to collect body.
Yeah, you see kind of this like splattering trail of blood, like, if you follow it, and you see that, if you approach, then you'll find the other half of Kendall's body near where these other 4 guys are gathered.
Okay.
And so now all 6 of you are in the vicinity. And what do you want to do?
So kind of check. Because I'm from town, so I
Why
know
is
these
Zabiona so big?
Yeah.
so big.
If you're smaller
Not
here.
too big, otherwise it would be really disadvantageous to ride a horse.
Well, Sillywanker's big too. What's the deal? Everybody's giant.
That's why he's a wanker.
Okay. I'm
So anyways,
collecting
we can shrink you guys down.
the chisel. Okay, I'm going to tell them I'm collecting the dead body of my boss, my former boss. If you see any bits and pieces, please let me know.
There's this
Might have
big
some.
chunk right there over
Okay,
here.
I'm going. Where is it?
This is right next to you. There, you're standing on top of it now.
Oh, okay.
You
He's
disappeared.
standing inside of
Abiona's
it.
gone.
Michael,
What happened?
I'm going to use
Yeah.
deception. I'm going to try to convince these people that I feel really bad for them, that we should go and take revenge on the dragon.
All right.
Yeah,
I mean,
well,
that's more like deception is something that you would use with the NPCs. But if you want to use it with another player character, then you can do a roll, for example, if you want to do it against another player character, and then the player character can roll their insight. So you can do, what you do is you do deception versus insight, and whoever is higher wins.
Yeah,
well, I'm going to do it to the whole group. So, see if I could just convince them. Charisma's not that high.
Sure. So do you want to do a deception roll? Go ahead.
Where's my figure? Gone.
I don't know what happened to your figure. I saw it just disappear.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
And we
You
put
put
it
it on
somewhere
top of.
has no
You
label.
put it on top of what's his name, of Kendall's body, and then you disappeared.
Yeah.
I think somebody must have accidentally
Trashed it.
trashed her.
My
Well,
deception
maybe
score is 12.
something magical happened when she stepped into the middle of the body, killed by a dragon.
Your deception
I'm
is 12.
convincing these individuals to join me
So wait,
to go fight the dragon.
sorry, Silly Wanker, what did you roll? I thought you rolled a 7.
He rolled a 7.
Plus 5
All right, and
deception, 12.
your deception is +5,
Yeah.
+1. No, that can't be right.
No, if he's got deception as a skill, off his charisma's high, right?
No, his charisma is only +1, so it's just
Oh.
1 plus your deception is. No, your deception is.
Eight.
No, maybe that's right.
Okay.
No, because your deception over on this sheet. I think your deception should be +3.
Okay. So it's 10.
Yeah, because you are not getting, you don't have expertise, so make sure you don't double click. Because like the
Okay.
sheet I have, it has like the expertise.
Okay.
So it should be +3, so your deception is 10. All right, so if everyone wants to roll their insight as he's talking to you, you can roll your insight.
Or you could just believe me.
I don't need to believe it. I don't want revenge.
We're not doing revenge. We're just doing a
Alright, so-
little bit of
I got 15.
So Baldwin, yeah. So Baldwin, as you hear Silly Wanker talking to you, it's not that he convinces you, but you read him and you look at him and you know he's bullshitting you.
Yes, I can
Not-
see that.
Not.
Yeah. And so you can tell definitely he's bullshitting you and he has some ulterior motive and you can tell he's trying to manipulate you.
Yes.
Wouldn't he need to get a 10
And
or
I
higher?
have genuinely lost friendships over that.
Yeah. And so you know he's fucking with you. And
Yes.
so it's nothing with his words, which you don't believe in, right? So you don't have the same motivation. He's not
No.
convincing you, but beyond that, you know he's fucking with you.
Yes, I
Okay.
know he's full of it. I have no desire for revenge off this creature's actions. But I do wish to protect these people. And that means to hunt this thing down.
Okay,
What
so
are-
is anyone else rolling your insight?
I rolled my insight. I had 6 + 4 is 10.
All right, so
Thanks.
you are not being swayed by him unless you want to be swayed. But you kind of, so he's not able to manipulate you, but you can just kind of tell he's like saying stuff and you do whatever you want with the information. All right?
Well,
but you can't really tell, you don't really get the feeling that he's fucking with you. Okay? Like Baldwin
Well,
got the impression that he was being fucked with.
Well, you silly wanker. I like your idea of hunting down the dragon. I don't know if there's a treasure or not, but it could be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think so
Let's
too.
go kill a dragon.
Let's go kill a dragon.
So Fjord, Abione, Ori, do you want to make insight rolls also or not? Or you don't care?
Do I need to? This is just visitors.
Yeah, so if you want to ignore what he's saying and not paying attention to him, you don't need to make an insight roll. If you
Yeah.
want to, you can. If you're
I-
just going to ignore what he says, then, you don't need to make an insight roll and you don't
No,
need
I
to.
started
I-
ignoring him once he started talking about treasure. Who cares about treasure?
I heard what they said, but I don't need to make a comment or anything.
Right, so Ori and Fjord, do you want to make insight rolls or you don't?
No.
Fjord it started ignoring him the moment he talked about treasure. He does agree with Baldwin that we may have to go take care of the dragon to help the townsfolk, but he could care less about the treasure.
Oh, okay, more for me.
I
Okay.
didn't say I'm going to let you have it all. I just said I don't care about going after a treasure.
Okay.
And I
Different.
say more for me.
Which is incorrect.
It's not what I'm saying.
Okay, so you guys were just kind of gathered over here. Is there anything else you want to do as you're chatting?
I will mention that I've been injured a bit. If we're going to go on a trek after a dragon, is there anyone here or in this town that can help me, heal a bit?
I thought
I
someone already
suggest
took
go
care of
to
you.
the town doctor. I suppose that's one. Because I will need help too. I help myself, but I need some more professional help.
Well, you
Is
were
there
injured?
a town doctor somewhere we can go together?
Michael, could you put her character token back on the board?
I'm using the dead body.
She's possessed the dead man. She's a witch.
Did he not just bind his
What
wounds?
makes you think she's a witch?
Does binding
Some of his
wounds give
medicine
hit
just
points
binds
back?
wounds.
No.
Okay.
If you have the medicine ability as a feat, then you can give hit points back.
What if I have it as a skill?
No, that means that you just keep them from dying, but they don't get hit points back.
Okay.
So
It'll be
we.
a long walk
Oh,
anyway.
I can pick that
Heal on the
special.
way.
I don't have that in the
Okay,
list. There.
Fjord. Okay, Abione, how many hit points did you go down?
6.
And Fjord?
7. That's over half mine.
Okay, I can
So Abiona,
cure.
you can mark your character now. I put it back on the board.
Okay.
So Baldwin, I think you have one spell that you can cast per day.
Yes.
So if you want to cast a Cure Wounds, you can do that.
Yeah, I'm just I can do it for each of them, and then I have no more spells for the day. Yay.
You have 2 spells at first level?
I have 2 spell slots.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I
We don't
forgot.
have to leave today. We could leave tomorrow.
Okay,
You
so
rest up from that.
I'm going to heal. I'll heal Abiona, and then I'll heal Fjord. So,
All right, so can you describe what you do to heal her?
oh Freya, heal this injured person. I have my holy symbol, and I touchy.
All right, and so what does the spell do? What spell are you casting?
Cure. So 3 plus spell level plus my bonus.
3 plus your spell level? That's not right.
It says that on the sheet.
So Cure Wounds. So look at Cure Wounds. I think it's 1 die 8. Is that what it is?
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
2d4?
I rolled a 3 on a d8.
Okay. Yeah. So 3
So
plus
3 plus 3.
Your
My level
3
plus.
is your wisdom bonus, right?
Oh, my wisdom
So that's
bonus is
6.
3. So 6
Yeah, so that's 6.
plus spell level is
Oh,
7.
so that's your life cleric thing.
Yes.
Right?
So
All right,
7.
So you can describe how Abiona feels.
She feels awesome.
Okay?
Yeah. Okay. I got 6 points back. That means I'm full up.
You got 7
Yeah.
back. So you got 6 back.
Okay. Thank you so much. I feel so much better. That's like
Yes.
really magical. Can you teach me how to do that?
Become a
He
cleric
ignores her and
in
walks
my
away.
church. All right, and the same thing on Fjord.
Okay.
Oh, Freya, please heal this poor fool.
Short dwarf.
Okay,
Oh,
8.
better. So describe what happens to Fjord.
He feels even more awesome.
My hit points go up to 18 instead of 13, right? Because I
Sure,
feel
why
even
not?
more.
No, you got your points back.
Woo.
Essentially, purple light exits my hand as it touches you, and a glow goes over your bodies.
Glow.
It's a really good feeling glow.
Wonderful feeling glow. Thank you, sir. Thank you, kind sir. I am very much appreciative of this help that you have brought to me today. And
Wow.
made
So
me
when you get
feel
healed, your voice changes.
Evidently,
it does. It does change. Change quite frankly regularly. Yes.
if he was from Fort Salem, I'd be worried about that. Changing voices.
In this case, not. I'm kind of taken back and feeling all sort of verklempt. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, now what?
I'm really
You guys
tuckered
gonna
out. I need to rest for a day or so.
Ah,
You guys can just sleep in our stables if you want.
Is there a. Okay, I heard there was a temple of Freya in these parts.
Oh, not in this tiny village.
Well, according to my background, that's my reason for coming here.
Okay, they must be abandoned. So where's the temple, Michael? Probably
no,
it's
should we
in the
Is he
so
froze?
this rock thing, a pile of rock that's left over right here.
You mean in the square?
No, in the left side, all the way on the edge of the village.
Oh, you mean like the ruined area? I
Yeah,
hope
yeah.
not. There's a little shrine in the center.
Everybody leaves for the night to rest. Ask him, we want to meet here tomorrow, bright and early, and head south.
I need to
The
help
dragon's supposed to be.
my boss wife bury the body first.
You can do that tonight. I just need to find a bag because I have a date tonight. Should be bags laying around from all this carnage.
In a couple of days, they may have their ritual to run.
Right. So you see some guys coming towards you.
Well, they look silly, so they must be priests. Or they look silly because they're constables.
The deputy is here finally.
Rick and Shane.
Right. So you see this green, flouncy kind of silly looking guy.
You mean the mayor?
And then you see another guy behind him with like kind of more rustic looking and armed with stuff. All right, and so this guy comes and says, "Hello, are you visitors, settlers to our fine city or fine village?" He's like addressing these people. So there are a lot of new people here that he doesn't know.
Yes, we are. I am the noble Sir Sillywinker. I'm here
Oh.
to help you.
A noble. Oh, how nice. You've come to us in our
Yes.
time of need. Let me introduce myself. I am the mayor, Harbin Wester. You wouldn't have, by any chance, seen my notices?
What notices?
No. What are the notices say?
The notices that said, "Come to Phandalin, land of opportunity,"
Oh, yes.
that were put out
Sure.
by the Phandalin Development Council.
I think I did see one of those. I think it's
Oh.
why I'm here.
Now that you
Oh.
mention it, Green Road,
Why are
Well,
we
welcome, welcome to our town then. If you have skills, our town is developing, and we have we're in need of many craftsmen, and generally you can see that there are many fearsome creatures in the neighborhood, as by the challenge that we face today. The minor difficulty, only a minor difficulty.
how long has this dragon been a minor difficulty for you?
Oh, minor difficulty, just a short time, not anything special, maybe a month
Being
or
special,
two.
how many unspecial people have died? I mean, we know of 2 so far.
Who's died? We've been taking account of the bodies here. It seems like the people in the square that we just checked, they seem to all have survived. Did someone die?
Yes, my boss died.
Your
He-
boss? Who are you
He-
again? Who are you again?
I'm a
Young
I'm
female.
disabled in term, and
Your
I
boss?
look
You mean
up to my
Winnie?
boss too
Winnie
because
Mae?
he starts really well, obviously.
No, she
So,
means
so you
Kindle.
said your boss died? Winnie Mae died?
Yes.
Winnie
The
Mae?
guy
No,
defending
Lorraine. Winnie
It's
Mae's still alive, Lorraine.
No.
It's her husband.
His wife, of course. Also, his wife is my boss. I
The-
thought
Yes, the
Yeah.
wife is the boss.
The wife is the boss. Kindle is the dead guy.
Kendall died. Okay, Kendall died.
Kendall.
Yeah, he
Oh.
defends the town, shooting the horse. Not horse, sorry, the dragon.
He shouldn't shoot horse.
Kendall was a
Delicious.
fine
You
man.
should try it.
Oh,
Yes.
it's a loss to the town. Winnie must be heartbroken.
Pieces. I'm collecting all the pieces, so give him a proper burial.
Oh, well, sure we can get some town people to help out. You said 2 people died.
Is there anyone
Who's
else?
the other person who died?
On the way into your town,
The judge.
some of us here, Baldwin
Judge.
and Ori and I, came across a dead body. Seemed to be
And
killed by
with
the same dragon.
crossbows.
Why do you think
Baldwin.
it's from our town?
Baldwin, what was that little placard that was on him?
I left it in the constable's office. He had
What did it say?
he had a ID medallion that said Judge Decker.
The judge is dead?
Yep.
He had 2 crossbows. Did he fight with 2 crossbows?
Judge Decker was quite a fearsome fighter. He moved like the wind, and he would fought two-handed with many weapons. He's a master of almost every weapon under the sun.
He was not a master of death.
Weapon.
Well, he got hit by the frost ray, the breath. The dragons obviously killed him
Where did you find his body?
in the forest outside of town.
And so then the other guy says, the judge. Oh, he was a good man. I better get Shane, and we'll go out and look for him.
We left
And
him
so-
on a trail in some bushes to hide the body, and we have marked it with a sword, one of his swords.
So
It's pretty
how
easy
far
to
out
find.
was
There's
he?
lots of blood.
Oh, there's
So
also
it was about
you can tell them.
5 hours earlier that you found him.
Okay.
5 hours on foot.
So he's gonna start being pretty rank.
Well, he was frozen by the, still icy.
Feel good.
Maybe you guys could like lead us out to the body in the morning, or maybe we should get it if we can at night. It's like he was a great man, and we don't want the animals to get at him and worry his body.
Yeah, I don't think his
and
body's
if
gonna be
you,
worried about that.
well, and if you like, be willing to lead us to where he fell.
I don't know
I
where.
will
So.
lead you. I know where it is.
Okay.
I can lead you.
Okay.
Okay.
So Eisensprite. So I'll get my
I'll go with
partner,
him.
Shane.
In the morning, first thing in the morning, we'll go out and find the body.
They
Judge
kind of want to leave now.
Okay,
We'll
how
leave
far
now.
away was it, Michael?
Let's say that you
it didn't
guys kind
seem
of
very long.
Well, we had a jump between like when you found the body and when you got to the town. So let's say like how far can you walk in an hour? Like 3 miles?
You've seen
In
me
an
try
hour?
to walk. I can't walk.
2.5 miles.
Yeah, let's say that maybe 3 miles. So let's say it's like about 9 miles out.
Okay.
But on horses, it still take, if you ride the horses fast, maybe you could do it in an hour.
It's too dark to go out right now.
Well, if the
So,
town's got
If
horses,
you want to carry the
Can you-
body, you should get a cart.
Can you guys ride?
I can ride.
How about you? You priest.
No, I don't have animal handling or anything like that.
I mean, but can you ride? Animal handling is more like if you, if the horse is having trouble.
I can ride.
Okay.
So sure.
And then if there's like some kind of stress, then you would need to use animal handling. But under normal circumstances, if they get you like a nice horse that's gentle, then you could ride it. Like I can ride a horse. Or I've ridden a horse that was like trained to carry me. All right. Sorry. So we'll get some of the boys and we'll head out. Anything else that you guys wanted to do? So
You
The
were
priest
talking
wanted to
about
rest.
maybe a business proposition.
I would
about
like to know,
helping out.
is there a Temple of Freya here? I was told there was.
Temple of Freya?
Yes.
We have a Shrine of Luck that is taken care of by Sister Gareli.
A shrine of who?
No. Shrine of Luck, the god of luck. Kimura, the god of luck. I think that's her name. But no Shrine of Freya in our town. I'm sorry if you thought there was one here, but no, there's no
I
Shrine of
was
Freya.
misinformed. That's not good.
Apparently so, but Sister Garela is a fine priest. She is not in town right now, but she should be back eventually, and you priestly types maybe will have a nice conversation. She's a fine woman.
Temples don't work that way, you know.
Perhaps, Baldwin, they don't know who Freya is.
Make a good sandwich.
This woman is a priestess of Freya.
He's just telling you that's a brothel.
So you see that Shane, what's his name? Rick. Rick is coming back, and he has some horses, and he says, I brought the Hobbs boys with me. So this is Sam and this is Dean. They're hunters, they're good hunters. And the four of us will join you two guys here, and we'll head out and we'll bring Judge Decker back. We'll get some horses. We'll borrow some horses from Winnie Mae.
Okay, we need to move out quickly and get his body and get back.
Yeah.
We
and
don't
so
want to be out
let's-
at night.
Before the mayor leave, I'm going to tell him, hey, I'll be staying at the Dragon's Inn. You got a business proposition for me? See me in the morning. I'll leave.
Okay. And then how about with we got the Ori is behind, and he says to Ori, and so you're new to town. Do you have a place to stay yet? I highly recommend the Stonehill Inn just up the road to the north over there. Tobin Stonehill is a fine proprietor. If you don't like the Stonehill Inn, you could go to the Sleeping Dragon Inn where Mr. Sillywanker is, but you know, it's a lady like you maybe would feel more comfortable at the Stonehill Inn.
Oh, I can ask my boss if she would take you in.
Okay.
Okay.
If you want to say
Alright, so-
something.
I can
So
hang
how
out
about-
with Abiona.
Okay, so you guys can go and, all right, so Sillywanker is going back to the Sleeping Dragon Inn, and Ori and Fiona can go to the what do you want to do?
Going to group.
Did we freeze?
Brought
Oh,
Before-
man.
horses. You brought an extra horse back, and you bring Judge Decker's bodies back. And he's thawed out now, so he's not all stiff in a sitting position. And it's evening now, and where do you guys want to stay? And so, as you get back in town, Sam, no, not Sam, but Rick says, you know, the Stonehill Inn is over there. That might be a place that you can put up for the night. But really glad for your help.
Okay.
Let's go to the Stone Hill.
All
Do we
right,
want
and
to?
so
I
let's
mean,
say
you've got guys who are already at the Sleeping Dragon.
Yeah.
Sleeping Dragon's kind of a shithole.
Yeah, you.
So
I
you can
wanna
go-
any place. Silly
Sometimes you
wanker
want the
would-
hill. Sometimes you want Motel 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, they leave a light on.
Yeah, so you have two people are at the Winnie Mae Stables, two people are at the Sleeping Dragon Inn, and then there are three, two more of you.
Two are at
So you
the
have the-
stables. Who's at the stables?
What's your name? Abiona and Ori. So Abiona took
Well,
Ori
then I
under
will
her
go with
wing,
them.
and-
I'll go with Ori. I'm not above
you're gonna
sleeping
go-
in a stable.
Okay, so you go and knock on the door, and you see the grieving widow there, and Abiona's trying to comfort her, and you knock on the door.
Okay. Knock knock. May I join
How
you?
about? And she's just crying, and Abiona can like wave you in, and anything you want to say.
And I'm gonna get them something to eat.
I'm very sorry for your loss.
We'll help bury him tomorrow morning. Is there like a burial ground for the villagers?
Oh, well,
Usually,
there's some empty land outside. We haven't really had need for a cemetery yet, but maybe we'll talk to the mayor about it, and we'll have to do something.
there must be other villagers that had died. So
Well,
there's a burial ground.
village hasn't been. I guess we'll have to figure that out.
Like every little town has a cemetery. There must be one.
Yeah, well, we can like slot that off to the west, let's say later on.
Their city plan should have a cemetery.
Yeah. So,
Especially they're advertising for more settlers, which means more people, which means higher likelihood someone will die.
there's an empty ground next to the ruin.
The ruins up on the hill. You mean to the east?
No, to the left.
To the west.
West.
Oh yeah. There's empty ground out there.
Yeah, that looks
And
like a cemetery.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. There's that kind of like a little squared off section over there.
Yeah, it looks
we can
like
say that's a
an
cemetery.
oval. It's probably grazing area.
If you're looking far to the left, there's like two kind of like boxes. It's actually the leftover foundation of a building, I guess, but we can say that's a fenced off area where the cemetery
Well, that's
is.
what she means by the ruins.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
So let's say we'll put the cemetery there. All right. Right now it's almost midnight, I guess, for Paul. Do you want to
No,
stop
for
here?
Paul, it is midnight for Paul.
Or is there anything else you want to do? So I think this is a good place to stop.
There you have it, our first episode of Phandalin, Land of Opportunity. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you stick around, subscribe, link, share, all that good stuff. And hey, join us again for the next time. Live, trance, and prosper. Bye-bye.